So, hello and welcome to the Human Behind the Career Brand podcast. I'm the host, Jeanette Walton, a career brand consultant and a Humans Matter champion, committed to helping others deep dive into their many human facets that make them unique, fabulous beings. Research is indicating that humans more than ever are craving human connection across both professional and personal or consumer contexts. And this is despite and maybe even because of the onslaught of AI and other digital technologies. So my primary mission with this podcast is to inspire each of us to value and appreciate our multifaceted strengths, experiences and offerings, both as professionals and as human beings, and to highlight that human stories and connections will always matter, both personally and professionally. So my next guest for this podcast series is Julie Allen. Julie is a website specialist who's been running her own website design and training business, Biz Yourself, since 2012, which is backed up by her former career in finance, including as the Director of Finance Broking Service JMA Lending Solutions. Julie currently lives and grew up in the same part of Melbourne as me, an outer eastern area where AFL football continues to reign supreme as the preferred winter sport. For the first time in 2024, Julie laced up her footy boots at the age of 53 to start playing in the Masters AFL League. The following year, she was voted in as vice-captain, and in the same year was honoured with the Spirit of the Hawka Award, based on peer votes submitted after each game, an award that recognises those players who bring effort, positivity and heart both on and off the field. As we'll further discuss in this episode, playing football has showed Julie the rewards of taking on something new physically, no matter what age, along with learning a whole bunch of new skills and finding confidence as a leader in a totally different environment. So welcome, Julie. Such a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Yes, I'm excited. It's good.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing more about your footy adventure.
About my footy life, yeah.
Being a big footy fan myself.
Yes,
So,
yes.
firstly, what made you get into playing AFL football and why has it become a passion so quickly?
I got into footy because I really wanted to push myself physically and mentally, a way that felt fun but not, really forced. I'd watched footy for years, but playing actually has opened up a massive whole new world for me. It gives me like a real mix of challenges, adrenaline, and the biggest one is the community. So I love the community, not just our team, but the wider, like the senior women, the senior men. My son's been playing footy since he was 8, and it's one of the few places where I can switch off my brain and just be fully, literally in the moment. So just that really nice feeling of being in the moment for some reason during training and the game. It's magic.
Do you know, nearly every podcast I've done so far, every episode I've done so far, community comes through really strongly with all the
Yeah,
different hobbies
100%.
and passions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something I love being by myself a lot, but I do crave people.
As humans generally do,
Yeah,
we need
so
it.
it's just, and footy is a really great mix because you can have more if you want, and you just got a common goal because you're in the one team. You're heading into a common goal, so that's really good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And
yeah,
particularly, like me, you work independently
that's
at
right.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it gets lonely. So, but combining fitness with community, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, great. So you touched on, I was going to ask you how you think playing football benefits you personally. You touched on the
Yeah.
slowing down factor. Anything else
Yes.
that
Um,
benefits you?
it just, I think it just grounds me, and you realize you're something a bit part of something a little bit more. So, as soon as you walk onto the field, you can have a million, like I said, a million things going on. Um, but then, within minutes you're back in your body, you focus, you're breathing, you're moving. And it's taught me resilience. Well,
Yeah,
I
okay.
kind of felt like I was resilient anyway, quite resilient, but it's probably taught me a lot more resilience. You get knocked down, you're fighting, you're losing game after games maybe, and then you literally just keep going, because
Yeah.
you can't give up. So, that's not an option for me. So, yeah.
And starting at 53 is very impressive.
Yeah.
Do you think
All crazy.
do you find, is there any fear in terms of, being older when it's so
I
physical?
wouldn't say not fear of playing. Look, there's fears of initially not picking up the skills, but within a while, I was like, you know what, give it a just have a go.
Get
Probably
in
scared of
there.
what other people think,
Yes.
but look, the Baronia community with the footy has been exceptional. Like they're just so welcoming, and you soon just realise there's no need for the fear. So that's what I always say with other people: come down if it's fear that's holding you back, not that you would like to try, but you're fearful of what you look like, or
Yeah.
you're overweight, or you can't kick a ball yet, or don't as soon as you come down and let that weirdness sort of go, settle into that over a few weeks, you'll end up loving it, you know? You
Okay.
you just do.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I might have to come and watch you sometime. Notice I didn't say I'll commit to playing, but I'll come
Yes,
and
I
watch you.
noticed. I did notice.
So how do you think playing football benefits you from a professional perspective?
Think it's helped me with communication,
Yep.
definitely,
Can you give me an idea of how?
and
Like
leadership
when you talk
skills.
about that?
So
Communication?
talking in a group, getting asked questions, being direct with your other players, especially being vice captain. So I was vice captain, but the captain didn't, and there was two vice captains and a captain, but the vice captain was voted in by her peers, but really felt very uncomfortable in that position. And I said, look, we'll just do it as a group, the three of us will do it. But I found that I did have to step up more than what I originally thought might have to, and be more of the captain. And, it's just having to make quick decisions. So, something might happen on the ground or within a team, and you don't have days to work that out. You've got to work it out on the spot. So, you can transfer that into making quick decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and also not being stressed, trying to stay calm when you make those decisions and trusting the people that are around you. So trusting your team if you've got a team in your professional life, trusting those as well. And manage pressure, just managing that pressure.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
helped. Yeah.
And you touched on earlier, about, your breathing and stuff, yeah?
Mm,
Which, I used to run, I know, and I
yeah.
do yoga. I know how important breathing is with
Yeah.
physical activities. And do you think what you've learnt in that regard, has any of that been transferred? Like breathing so important, for instance, for calming us down.
100%. Yeah. And I believe in the power of that anyway, personally.
Yep.
So
Yep.
breathing from taking that in from both. So taking it into a game and learning how to breathe and manage through those times when you really feel that or within your breath and really needing it. And then if you've got situations in your professional life and bringing that in and breathing through situations and calming yourself down back to
Yeah.
a pace. So yeah, no, it's so
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, love that, love
Yeah.
that.
I
So
love
I
it.
Yeah, yeah, I can see how much you love it. It's a joy, yeah. So just something I always like to throw in a statistic, and one of these statistics, I'm not sure I've got this right. I'll see what
Yeah.
you think. So the number of women and girls participating in football in Australia continues to increase. So I read online that it was 158,000 recorded in 2024, which I have a feeling might be higher. I don't know what you
I
think.
wouldn't be surprised if it's high. It's something that I've noticed within the local clubs just massively expanding, and clubs really realizing that young women want to play footy.
Yeah, I wonder if that 158,000 something to do with the league where they get
Yeah,
paid.
probably.
So why do you think that is that it's becoming so popular among females in Australia?
I think it's a space where women can, do a bit of rough and tumble, and
Yeah,
there's not many spaces for women to release that negative energy or that energy out in a way that's, safe, welcoming,
yes,
and you're supported.
yep,
And I think that women are realizing that it's empowering to take up space in sport that was predominantly male dominated. So
yeah,
it's really nice to be, in a space where they may have wanted to, but the door hadn't been open for them yet. And it is now. And now you're getting young girls, the age of 5 doing Auskick and all these sorts of things, and just loving having a go and having fun. And it's becoming where the young ones are equal in sport. They're starting a sport young that
yes,
used to be that you couldn't be a girl and be playing footy. So
yeah.
it was just a boy sport.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When we were young, girls didn't play.
No,
Girls
and
never
look,
would
it
have played.
literally is fun. It's fun.
Although I did, and you probably would know her. I won't mention her name, but someone I went through school with, primary school and high school. I always said she played footy better than a lot of the boys.
Yes,
What a shame that she was the
you
wrong
couldn't do anything
generation.
back then. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, what would you define as your main superpower as a football player?
Probably my ability to read the play, stay calm under pressure.
So when it's coming to you,
Yeah,
is it
or
quite
just
fast
what's
paced? I
happening
imagine.
and guide. Probably not the first season. Second season, I started to feel like I understood the game a lot more. Could
Hmm.
read what was going on, which was great. But probably my superpower would be to keep the team lifted.
Yeah,
And keep the energy around, encouraging teammates and keeping the vibe, up, being positive. I kind of would always come in and dance, make songs up, keep the team happy, like let's just have some fun, let's not take ourselves too serious. I'm competitive, but you can have fun and being competitive at the same
yeah.
time. So
There's
kind
a
of
bit of a balance there,
bringing
isn't there?
balance, yeah, and bringing that through into our group and, just supporting everyone, really trying to, lift them up. It was a
Hence why
nice.
you got the award, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's right. Which was such a lovely surprise. I was so honoured. Such a humbling thing to get from your teammates.
Yeah, amazing. And
Yeah.
so soon after you started.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And
Yeah.
so with playing, I imagine you, when you're watching, AFL, the top league now, you probably have a far better understanding of
Oh,
the
I
game,
do.
yeah?
Yeah, 100%. And just understand the play and kind of like what's going on more.
Yeah.
Watch it different when my son plays now. I may not yell out as much of "Come on, run!" because it's a very physical game. It's hard on
God,
the
yeah.
body. It's very hard on
Yeah.
the body. You've got to train. I mean, that you're training so much way more before you play.
Yeah. So you'd have
Yeah,
an appreciation for that,
you have
the guys at
I
that
have a
top
much
league.
bigger appreciation for what they do like year after year after year after year. They're yeah, a lot of mental dedication.
Yeah, mental
More
and
mental than physical. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as the years
yeah.
go on, I would say. Yeah.
Yes, yes, as the years go on.
Yeah.
And what is it about playing in a team that particularly appeals to you?
It's the belonging. I love belonging, working towards a common goal. Um, you know, there's so many different walks of life. There's so many different, completely different people, and you find a way of just to come together. Initially the people are coming in shy, and by the end of it, they're yelling out and they're joining in and they're laughing. Your teammates have your back, and you have theirs. It's that thing within a sport, but in teams.
Yeah.
So it's the joy of wrapped in, it's all wrapped into one. The joy that it gives you, as well as, belonging to something, as well as playing sport, you
And
know?
because it's so physical, isn't it? Like
Yep,
such a physical contact sport.
yep, yep.
I wonder if that builds a stronger camaraderie in
Yeah,
that
I
team
think
too.
so. And you're you're out there being very physical, but you really have to help people.
Yeah.
You have to help each other. You have to do a lot of talking and guiding and helping each other, like I said, to that end common goal. So yeah, and look, trying new things. Like we haven't even done this before. And we're learning how to bounce a ball, and one girl teammate did it in the game one day, and we were yelling and screaming like we were 10-year-olds at a lolly shop for the first time because she literally bounced a ball in a game. Whereas like the guys that have been doing it years, we think, what they so happy for? But we were so excited, and it was just it's
Celebrating the little moments, yeah? The
celebrating
little
the little moment.
wins.
It's just good. It's good for the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So only podcast listeners who know the AFL will
Mm.
understand this next question. But what would you say is your favourite position to play in AFL football and why?
Yeah, look, towards the end, I half forward, being able to move into the mid, see the game, what's going on, drag your player away from the area that they're supposed to be in, and they get confused and thinking, what do I do here? Because they're going so far in. So I gave the ability to be really part of the game, but then run back to where more in the forward area. So and otherwise, I really enjoyed being on the wing, kind of that area. But it would depend on how fit.
I was going to say that'd be pretty physical, wouldn't
There's a
it,
lot
being
of
on the
running
wing?
involved, yeah. Whereas the half forward enabled me been that bit older to be able to kind of, if I was getting tired, you just push back a bit. And then when
Yeah.
you felt like you had a burst, you could go in and be
Yes.
amongst just a bit more amongst it all. So gave
Yeah,
you the
yeah.
best of both worlds. Yeah.
And when you just said being that bit older, like, do you find it like are most of the team players younger, or is it a real diversity?
Now the oldest was oldest. Oh, there's another lady who was a little bit older than me, but one of the oldest. They range from, there was probably like late 30s up
Yep.
to one lady was last year, well this year, sorry, 59. So she only played a couple of games. She hurt herself outside of footy and thought it'd be best to not play football for a while. So yeah, yeah, a mixed bag, but
Yeah.
mainly
And
in your
that's really
40s.
healthy too, to mix with a
Yeah, it
range of
is,
ages
yeah.
as a
I
team.
mean, and they've got things like they've got their children, they're having, oh, here comes the cat.
Ha
They've
ha
got their
ha.
children,
Hello.
young children, and then you've got older people who've got older kids. And so there's advice that's shared, things that are
Yeah.
not going on that have nothing to do with footy, and they can share those concerns or what's going on in the week. And older women understand, if you can't make a training night because something's going on with the family, well, so be it. That's just how it is
Yeah.
for life, and we'll work it out together. So that's
Yeah.
been good too, the different ages.
Love it. Love it. Has there ever been a moment where you doubted or questioned why you started to play AFL?
Oh, yeah, definitely. After a game and you really saw, and you think, oh, I can't do
What
this.
am I doing?
What am I doing? Then you go to a training session and you're in that moment again. You're only in that moment, and and it's hard to be just in the moment. Well, I find it hard.
Yeah. I think most humans do.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's really hard to just be in the moment, not thinking about other things. And then you'll finish the session or come home and I'll be like, I didn't think about anything. It was so nice. It's peaceful. It's like all the sound and noise has been turned off just for that moment. And so that's kind of, so you do doubt it, but then you remind yourself of that. So especially being older, because it's hard on the body. I feel like you've got to
I
do,
bruise easy, so I don't think it
yeah,
does
you gotta
work well
do,
for
I
me.
feel like you gotta do 10 times more sort of stuff, and we weren't, so it's hard and we're learning at the same time, but I think because of the
Thing though. I
mental
love it.
gains are so good that you kinda keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that with yoga, actually. I
Yeah.
switch off a lot in yoga. That's like a meditation for me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Now you have had knee surgery recently. Does that
Yes.
actually tie in with your football, or is that
Yes, it did. I did that, hurt myself on the last game, so I had
yeah.
an ACL, common
Well,
injury.
that makes you sound like a professional football player. You
I
did an
know.
ACL,
Yeah, I ruptured my ACL, yeah.
but that doesn't deter you from going back?
No, I'd still love to really play, so we'll see how we go. Being older's the tougher bit, but
Yeah.
we'll give it a crack. We'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, good
100%.
on you. Good
Yeah,
on you.
yeah.
Maybe they need to create a league for us
Older.
women.
Yeah, yeah.
Older
Yeah,
women,
they
yeah?
need to break it up. Yeah. Yeah, well, like they've got walking netball,
Oh, have
walking
they?
footy. I don't know. I don't know how that'd go.
I could give that a go, walking
Yeah.
footy. So obviously, you've got that award that we've talked about.
Yeah.
What else would you say would be your most outstanding achievement as a football player?
I think just the fact of starting as an adult, a contact sport, it was really
Yeah.
intimidating. Got asked for a couple of years and I was like, no, that's crazy. Do you know how old I am? Ended up doing it, starting with a girlfriend. So being intimidated. So probably, really a big achievement.
Overcoming that.
Backing myself and improving, being part of it. I am social. You do wonder whether people will accept you and include you in. And I honestly felt like it's one of the spaces I truly just feel like can be myself. So
I'm laughing at the cat, not
I
you.
know. Yeah, photo bombing. So yeah, I can really be myself there and be
That.
accepted. So backing myself in and really feeling uncomfortable, but still going, still
Yeah.
turning up, and then, hopefully that, starts to that fake it till you make it kind of feeling. So it's been a massive achievement for me to start something like that, feeling uncomfortable and then overcoming that.
It's awesome. I love
Yeah.
that. Love that. I've just got a couple of concluding questions that I ask everyone.
Yeah.
So, if the world and your life was to end tomorrow or
Yeah.
shortly, What would your reflection be on the way being an AFL player has helped you to live a more fulfilling life?
I suppose it's reminded me that life isn't just about work and responsibilities. You need to play, you need to challenge and connect yourself, show up for people. It's definitely made me feel more alive, more confident about myself.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
So, and you wouldn't think that. You think, oh, it's kicking a ball, but there's more to it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so it has fulfilled my life a lot more than what I ever imagined it to be. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Empowering. It's
Yeah,
empowering, yes?
definitely. Yeah, 100%. And, just moving your body around, the power of getting out and moving,
Yeah,
which we underestimate.
absolutely.
You go for other things that want to, simple things, alcohol, drugs, these types of things that people go to when really go kick a footy.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
right.
And you're right, because it's an opportunity to get physical and maybe let out some
It's
tension
letting
and
out the tension.
anger
I
and
think that's where the girls are it's a space that's allowed for them to do that in a controlled environment. So, yeah,
yeah.
so makes it
Do,
yeah, it's good.
do the family come and watch you?
Yeah, they do, yeah, very encouraging. The girls are very encouraging, really proud of me and that's nice too. So, that
Yeah,
follows you as well.
absolutely. Role
Yeah,
model, yeah?
yeah, exactly.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So, my last question, and this is because I do career branding, so just
Yes.
indulge me with this one. And I won't hold you to it, by the way. Won't expect you to change your LinkedIn headline or anything.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what would be your ideal career branding to convey you as a multidimensional human who also enjoys playing football?
Okay,
So, I guess if we
that's
think,
a
what would
hard
be the
one.
core elements of your
Yeah.
career
Look,
branding from being
energy,
a footballer?
teamwork, resilience, um, would be, the heart of everything I do.
Yeah.
That I'm not just a working brain kind of thing. I value that connection with people. I value well-being, showing up for people.
And
Yeah.
probably that ability.
Collaborative commitment, not afraid,
Yeah.
about
Yes.
things and about challenges or a new project or something like that.
Yep.
So I'd want, to be fun, my brand to be fun and probably fun and connected,
Yep. Yep.
connected to the big ones. Yeah.
And would analytical thinking come into that when you talk
Yeah,
about being able to
100%.
read the play
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
and the other I would imagine would be that, you're playing in a team with such a range of demographics. So
Yes.
your ability to engage with a range of
Yeah,
people.
engage with definitely different types of people that come from all walks of life and also have a story.
Yeah.
Everyone has a story and watching people change and start to feel more comfortable in this new environment they're challenging themselves with. So that's nice to watch, on
You're
the
watching them
outskirts.
evolve, yeah, when
Watching
they
people evolve,
yeah.
be excited about something new that they're taking on.
Oh, that's
Which
lovely.
is lovely in, your branding as well, showing that and making that, help people. You don't know other business people's story or other people who are
Yeah.
trying to build their career,
Yep.
why they're changing and where they're from, demographics and stuff like that as well. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, absolutely. So
yeah.
appreciating the multifaceted human being as I talk about
Yes,
with this podcast.
100%. Yeah.
So before we wrap this up, is there anything you want to promote in terms of this football league that you're part of? Anything coming up or
No, not at this stage, but definitely looking for, I'd say the whole of the NFL, and there's all different leagues, but ours is the EFNL, and they, new Masters players, go and find something and have a go. And it will, if you've got a semi interest in it, but you're fearful of how you'll look, like I said before, or, meeting people, just have a try,
yeah,
got
give it a
nothing to
go.
lose. You can just leave and, that's the end of it. But you might find you might love it. Get fit in the same way, meet some great people, have some fun,
Community.
have
Yeah.
laughs, feel connected and feel supported by other people is really
Yeah.
lovely. So
It
yeah,
sounds fabulous.
try and find for and see if your local club or your kids club have a masters program, and then reach out to the club and the senior club and have a chat and have a go.
What does Masters mean, by the way? What does that stand
I
for?
think there's the vets, which is so masters just been the older,
Older females.
older females, yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Whereas vets is the older men
older
playing, yeah?
men. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, Julie,
we're the legends. We're the legends, actually. No master.
that sounds better than Masters.
100%. Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and
Thank you
giving
for
us,
having me
sharing
on.
so much about your passion for football. Like
Yes.
the joys coming through the screen, to be honest, about how you feel
Yeah,
about
that's
playing. It's,
awesome. Yeah,
yeah,
it's been really fun, a surprise, and I wish that I'd done it many years ago, but I didn't. So you just got to hold. It's just been great. You just
it
hold on
wasn't
to
the
what you
right
get.
time
That's
before,
right.
yeah?
It's right. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
thank you,
yeah.
Julie. I really
No,
appreciate you,
thank
you
you,
coming
Jeanette.
on and talking about AFL.
Yeah, go join.
I'll come watch.
Yeah, come watch. Okay.
Take care.
All right. See you. Bye.